I'm Brigade Surgeon for the 197th Fires Brigade, the New Hampshire Army National Guard. I joined the military in 2010 as a National Guard physician. And the reason why I did this was when my son was deployed to Iraq, we used to Skype, and he would talk to me about how there's a need for physicians in the United States Army. And so, I had to get an age waiver. And in 2010, at age 58, I joined the National Guard. Veterans Day does have a special meaning to me. I think not only of that generation before me, but I think of these youngsters, these 20 and 30-year-olds who have chosen to put on a uniform, because they're really are going to be coming back. They're going to rise to the top in politics, they're going to rise to the top in industry, and they're going to rise to the top in education. I have a lot of faith in these young veterans that are going to be coming back. They're going to be the next greatest generation. I would ask them why they chose to put on a uniform when they didn't have to. And I met a young woman who is an anthropology major, graduated anthropology major, came into Shindan as a specialist. She told me that she did this because the United States Army is the largest humanitarian organization in the world. And it is. And you don't think of that. You think of, things being blown up and killing and destruction. And yet, the things which I saw in Afghanistan, the providing water, clean water, hospitals, irrigation projects, schools, power plants, power transmission lines, all of these things that you don't hear about because it's the nation building that goes on. And this young lady chose to do this out of humanitarian ideals. And many of the young men and women that I saw had the exact same philosophy. They're not there for death and destruction. They're there for nation building. We've had some, significant tragedies, with families being injured by hand grenades. And we had a young girl, a 7-year-old girl, who came in with severe head injury. And we knew that she was not going to make it. And so there was a medic, and you think of this guy, he's, 6'3", he's built like an NFL linebacker. And while all the doctors and nurses are running around trying to take care of the other members of this family, this young medic is hovering over this girl, knowing that she's going to die, keeping her mouth watered, petting her hair, speaking with her in English, just concentrating on this young girl to keep her comfortable. And he did it through his shift. He did it through the next shift until she expired. And that wasn't something he was told to do. That wasn't something that he was expected to do. He just took it upon himself to do that. And, these are young men and women are angels of mercy. They're absolutely incredible young men and women. I fell in love with them. So when I think of Veterans Day, those are the young men and women of whom I think. And I thank. I have quite a few patients who are veterans. And what's nice is we're able to talk about their experiences and compare that to my experiences. Many of them are Vietnam veterans who have not had the opportunity to speak with a healthcare provider of what they went through and how some of their issues have been delayed. We now talk of post-traumatic stress disorder. We didn't speak about that to Vietnam veterans. I have a patient who was a medic in a helicopter in Vietnam, and he never had the opportunity to talk to a healthcare provider of the death and destruction which he saw in Vietnam. And now he has that opportunity, and I think it's very relieving for my patients, and it's enjoyable for me. I can do some good here.